Yo, 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 it's JP on the FWM podcast. Fuck with me. The Diary of the Strong Black People. I'm here in the rabbit hole, and I got another one of our black queens that's in the trucking industry. Uh, we went to school together, we not gonna tell our age or how long ago that was, you know what I'm saying, back in the G. But, we crossed paths at Dr. Umar, and I had my podcast shirt on, and you noticed me kind of trying to de-escalate a situation on somebody talking, and she was kind of being on a little rampage out there about kind of making a stand or a protest at the event, but me going over there and trying to figure out what was going on, and then you kind of really heard me speak and talk to a couple folks, and then you was like, well, damn, I see you do got a podcast, so you know what you be talking about. So I let you know, and now that I let you know about, I have some about the black-owned businesses and things like that. I invited you on, and you said you was interested, so I'm glad you came, and I want you to definitely, as a woman, because I've had another woman come on before when it comes to the trucking industry. But everybody has their own views. Everybody has their own experiences on how they're in the business. But I want to make sure you give your side, and you give your the things that you go through on a daily basis with that. And then also from there we're gonna definitely talk about some other things. But guys, I want you to welcome Queen to the rabbit hole.
Some of you may know me as Nadia. The ones that know me as Nadia, and those that know me from my social media know me as Melanie. But I go by Queen. And being a female in the trucking industry, to me, I feel it has its pros and its cons. Working on the port, I can mostly speak of because that's what I do. And working on the port, it's a privilege to be a female in a sense, in a way. I stay out of the crowd. I don't let too many people talk to me. You get your hunks and,
Yeah.
good looking women, they get their hunks, and the men want to help you with all the little tasks that you can do for the most part. But being a female, you get to cut the lines.
Oh, man.
You can play dumb, you can play like, oh, I'm a female. Like, you can take advantage of how men, the part that women don't like about men in society, that can be taken advantage of. We're looked at as women being a little weaker than men, so you can play on that from time to time. I'm completely capable of doing everything that they can do. Sometimes it is a little hard, but sometimes you need to finesse the situation to get around. And being a man, I done seen men do the dog eat dog, pick them up, bust them up. It's literally like playing football in the port with the trucks. Like, it's every man for himself. And being a female, once they see that you're a female, they're like, oh, you can go ahead. Or if you make a mistake, make a wrong turn, get in the lane messed up, they like, oh, she a female. They don't complain. But man on man, they arguing, getting out, jumping out. They're not gonna do that with me. So I guess that's a pro. The cons is, again, being female amongst men. They think you stupid. They try to finesse the game with money and all kind of stuff. Not as far as like trying to make you get money, but when it comes to like getting work, or when you trying to, establish yourself as a trucker, they wanna, oh, it's $50 for a box that's really $75. And if they can get over on you, they gonna try to get over on you. So it's about knowledge. It's what you know. And I've been blessed to have the type of mind that I'm very observant, analytical. I like to peel everything apart, figure things out, and ain't nobody ever really got nothing over on me. And
Can't shoulda.
And the port, you know what I'm saying?
Can't shoulda.
Right. So you know, I just utilize it to the best of my ability, and I stay out of the bracket that you hear through the grapevine of the women on the court. Like I stay all of that. Everybody know I represent Islam to whatever degree, and I keep myself covered. I'm appropriate. You know, I carry myself like a queen, like a woman. So you know they be a little bit timid on approaching me all kind of ways.
Oh, cause you covered. They can't see nothing, so they don't. They
Right.
want to. Oh,
I mean, they done seen, cause you know I've been in the game for like 7 years, and you know I only been Muslim for 2, so they done seen. They know. Oh, that's.
And it's crazy because even with Gold Sugar that came on where talking about her experiences on the port, it's crazy because a lot of y'all women been in the game longer than I have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've been in the game for I think September of this year would be 4 or 5 years. I think 5 years, and it's crazy because I watch you guys go through. Well, I hear your experiences that you go through. And when it comes to like you said with men, the things that you say now, your pros, that is a pro, but you must have you ain't never came across my truck, cause it's like shit, boy. If you waited, boy, line, boy, hey.
And sometimes I get that
we
now.
talk about equal rights, bro. Listen, hey, I've been waiting hell long too, goddamn. I'm trying to go back like you gonna go back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you're a woman, but hey.
But I got you next time. What if I'm in the front of the line?
And that's real though. At the same time too though. I get that and I understand that, but like you said, there's some women that use that to the advantage because you're a woman.
I don't use it when necessary.
And that's the thing, and again, when you in trouble and it's you in a burning building, yeah, you a woman. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm a woman now, please.
Listen, I done did it to the police officers. Purposely came the wrong way down 733, 732.
Ooh, shit.
Then cut through because I went to 731 and was supposed to go to 732 or something like that, and cut through to get, you know what I'm saying?
Through the boxes?
Not through the boxes. Like
you just going the wrong way.
When like if you leave 731, right? And you coming around and to leave.
Oh, and you just
and
go
came
straight
through 733.
Well, you a savage.
Bruh, am I? And the police officer, I seen, listen.
Girl, you a savage.
Bruh, guess what? I see the police officer at the end of the line, and I put it in my head when I get to him at Green. And I was like, excuse me, officer, and I approached him instead of letting him approach me. And I was like, excuse me, officer, I don't know which way to go. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street?
Shit.
And I finessed my way. I knew where I was going.
You ain't had no box on you.
Nah.
You just had the chassis.
Did I? I think I just had a chassis.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have been able to swing that big motherfucker like that.
I'm a whipper now.
I'm saying though, coming that wrong way, trying to be a damsel in distress, coming that way, boy.
I'm telling you, I done got in and out of some small spaces.
Yeah, but my thing is coming around with that box on your back, being crazy like that, boy, knowing you swing around like that, boy, you took them all over, boy.
Listen, that's why you gotta keep them pins locked.
Them shit, bro, listen. And I see niggas, when they're coming through, going through the interchange, they're starting to unlock.
Oh, I done seen it too.
I'm like, brother, why you doing that? The roundabout.
And they fall off.
I don't unhook my box until I get to my
unless
stack.
I'm in a line. If I'm in a long line.
As soon as I get to and I'm straight and narrow to where all I have to do is go straight. Now I have some people behind me waiting because I'm unlocking. But I will not unlock until I know I don't have to turn. I don't have to do anything. Now it's plenty of times I done went to the wrong row. Right. Like it's supposed to be 826.
Right.
My dumb ass in 726. I didn't go all the way down. I was supposed to be in 200. My dumb ass waiting in the line in the 100. Right. Or I'm in the wrong, you know what I'm saying? Or the one is next to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm in 124. I'm supposed to be in 125.
Right.
If they tell me I'm supposed to be in the one over, nigga, I will go and lock my pins all over again.
What? Not me.
No, ma'am.
And I want you to know it's a science to them boxes. Like if you got CMA or if you see Hapag Lloyd and you get in an empty and the line long, there's other ways to get a Hapag Lloyd. I
What,
love
empties?
empties.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's a science to it.
Yeah.
You know how to.
Oh, bro, I used the street turn.
Right.
Oh, if I'm getting the same shipping line and it's an
Mhm.
empty, I'm going to get an empty. I'm just turning my empty in to go get an empty. If it's the same shipping line,
Yeah.
I go in the interchange, swing that bitch right back out. I don't
Same
even
box.
stand. I don't same box. If it's a good box, once they check me in, look left, look right, make sure ain't nobody coming, swing that motherfucker around, and I just tell them, don't worry about it, bro. You ain't gotta check it. It's a good box. I just came through the line.
Right.
At 5-minute turn.
Right.
5-minute turn. Boom.
I love it. I be doing them in 30 minutes, man. I'm talking about whole turns. As long as you don't get stopped by no crane.
Yeah.
They done fix that a little bit with the lunch times and all that.
Yeah, I haven't really. Now I have gotten to the point where I've gotten my shit down to science, bro. I'm out the port before lunch.
Right. Okay.
Like,
you don't go back in after that?
If I can get out by 1:30, if I can get out by 11:45, and I'm coming back, it's gonna take me maybe 10 or 15 to go back to drop the box, right? Go drop the box in the warehouse, right? Unhook it, go find my other box, hook up to that, make the truck back, and stay in the line after I done scan my hand, waiting in the line to get my pin.
Right.
As long as I'm out by 11:45 going to get the box, and as long as I'm back in it by like 12:30, I'm good because they just thought I'm coming in the middle part of the lunch time.
Just skipped all the wait.
And I noticed that only the 100, 200 lines is the ones that really go to lunch, and then the 800s is really what go to lunch. But 600, like 5 and 6 row, they going to lunch off the rip at 12. But 500, 600.
I only go in the port one time now, and I only go in night.
Oh.
Cause they open it up from 7 to 10:15. So sweet, no line, no waiting. It's in and out.
And I mean, that's what's up though, man. I like seeing women actually, you know what I'm saying, holding their own when it comes to a male dominant, industry. Like you said though, when they try to play you like you're green, I know what you're talking about. Because I can't stand me being a man. Them companies try to make me like I'm green, and I'm like, boy, don't fucking play with me. So if I know if they try to do it to me, I can only imagine what they're gonna do to the women. Of course. I can only imagine.
And the thing is, when I went in the port, when I first started in the port, I bumped into some old heads ASAP. And networking with them old heads that been in the game for a long time, they'll tell you how to do it. And I think because I'm female, they look out for you more. Because they older, they know I'm not interested in them, but they interested in me type thing. But they want some type of relationship, so they build almost like a fatherly relationship with you. Them type.
I mean, and at the same time too, I like to with females. I like females to understand. Because a lot of them are so used to guys just always approaching them. Wanting something or interested in, because women really think that men look at them as a piece of meat, as a tool, as you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understand that. So I do so it's kind of a touch and go situation on when you want to help them and then when you want to, let them know what it is. But, a lot of people, man or female, sometimes it's just hard to be approachable, you know what I'm saying? Because of attitudes, things going on during the day, you mad, you frustrated, women frustrated sometimes, I hate the thing of growing up, we used to always just feel like just to start a conversation to a female, you should smile more. Right. Why you looking so mean?
All the time.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I got natural resting bitch face.
And that's fine.
And I look in the mirror and I do have like a growl look.
But the thing about it though, I get a lot of women come up to me and say the same thing about me, but I'm like, well damn, if you don't like a male to approach you like that, why is it always so, you know what I'm saying, why you feel the need that it's okay for you, I shouldn't feel like,
I think it'd be an energy sometimes though, maybe it's just me, I feel like I'm energy oriented. And sometimes you can tell when somebody is attracted and they purposely being standoffish out of respect for you. And I think that's a slightly inviting energy for the woman to feel. If I feel like you have an attraction to me, but I can tell you're being respectful for me, it's going to cause me, if I'm single and everything, it's going to cause me to be a little bit more inviting towards you. So, and I think that's what it kind of attracts women. That thirsty, like eager, it's okay. But when you can tell a man is interested in you and he's still being standoffish, it's like it's a now it's a curiosity.
Okay. I mean, and even with women, you know, when I see that, you know, I just because of when our energies, because when we passing each other, sometimes we don't realize too, man. You don't realize that some of that stuff could rub off on you. You know what I'm saying? Just passing energy. You know, I'm a firm believer too, man. That evil spirits and things like that can jump off of people and jump on you. You know what I'm saying? Some things, sometimes just speaking to it will let it know that it's not for, you know, you're not there for it. So my response is, you know, if it's anything that's going wrong, it's gonna get better.
Right.
It's gonna get better. Instead of just making you be like, oh, sweetheart, smile. Oh, you know, it's Monday. Man, it be like that sometimes.
Right. But that kind of stuff do make somebody smile. I could be, you know, when you're in the truck, you in your head all the time. If you ain't on the phone with somebody or jamming real hard, you really, even if you jamming real hard, you really in your head all the time. Sometimes you get out of the truck to go to the kiosk or whatever, and don't realize you got resting bitch face. And somebody be like, smile, and you snap out of what you went and don't realize that I wasn't smiling. I don't mean to portray the face for somebody to think that they need to tell me I need to smile. I should be smiling. I'm a woman. I'm a person. I should be smiling. I shouldn't be whatever it is in my head. You know what I'm saying? So for somebody to tell me that allows me to remember, smile. Just smile. Like, it's nothing wrong with somebody telling you to smile. And then they don't say nothing else to you after that. It feels genuine.
And I'm talking about, I definitely have that thing where Brian just say that one thing to you and walk slap off. Like,
right.
Before you have the time to think about, for you to compute, is this nigga I done turned around and walked off.
Right.
Because the thing about
it's so
it is,
flattering. It's flattering.
Sometimes people, when you sit there and wait for her response, then that is when your mind clicks to see maybe he wants me to have a conversation with him.
But
maybe
see,
he's interested.
When you just walk off for a few seconds, you cross her mind for a second. Right after that, and then it's almost a thing like the next time she is in that very spot, she probably think about, I wonder if I bump into him again.
And that's the thing about it, you know, anything that would, because not everything has an ulterior motive behind it. You know what I'm saying? In a negative light. You feel me? But anything that can make a person, my biggest thing is on what I live for, lasting impressions.
Right.
So if every time after I did that, and that made you smile that one time, no matter if your day is going bad that day, every time you go to that stat, you're gonna think about, I wonder if, wonder if I'm gonna see him.
Right.
Cause damn, but I mean, so it makes, so now your mind is off of whatever you was going through.
Right.
So for that moment of time, now, when you drive off after you leave that state, your mind may go back to where it's at. But while you're right there, you have a positive energy with yourself at that moment. Everything can go well at that moment of time. Anytime you have a positive, inviting spirit, everything good can happen at that one time. So whatever, a phone call or you saying that you got an offer, find $20 on the ground, somebody comes to you, see you smile and say, boy, I love that smile. It's so many good things can happen to you at that one moment of you being at that state, because your spirit is inviting a positivity. And that's what I live by, to make sure, bad or good, even if we get into an altercation, it's going to be a lasting impression of people that you're going to remember me, good or bad. But I can't help if it's bad. You know what I'm saying? I can't help that. When you leave our interaction, I can't really help how you feel like that. You know what I'm saying? But good or bad, that's what I live of, making sure that it is a lasting impression, that we make sure that we are with each other though. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But with women, you do have to really kind of, you gotta be a little softer. You know what I'm saying? So even when I text you about listening to the previous episodes about the women that come on the platform, it was not saying that, it had anything to do with gender, but it had everything to do with understanding that in your mind you do know interactions, men and women have to be different. Whether or not you can swing with the big dogs and you can handle your own, you are human.
Right.
You have emotional, that you are fully emotional as a woman because the estrogen. And the thing about it with this is, as a human, we have that, right? Men have that too.
That's another topic too.
Men have that too. The problem is with society, we're not allowed to use ours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't agree with that. I don't like that. You feel that way. That men feel that way.
Well, I feel that way, but it don't stop me from being me.
that.
Yeah, it don't stop me now. No,
Because I hate that. I hate
no,
it when it does.
it don't stop me from that. And
on the day to day, I don't deal with you on the day to day.
Yeah.
I deal with who I deal with on the day to day. And before I dealt with that person, I was dealing with people on a day to day. Period. And when you're conversing, when you're engaging with men, you can see that. And me being the woman that I am, I appreciate a man that can tap into that and allow themselves to be them in their feminine energy and their masculine energy. We are human first. We all have levels of testosterone and levels of estrogen. What makes a man man is that they have, first of all, the organs that were generated because of your level of testosterone. First, you're female, and then a level of testosterone sparks, and other things start to happen, and that's what makes you a male when you're in the womb. We all have levels. What makes men different from women is the level of testosterone that they have versus their level of estrogen. And women have another element that men don't have, progesterone, which has everything to do with our reproductive.
Progesterone?
Progesterone.
Progesterone.
Right.
Okay.
So we got testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone.
Okay.
Progesterone is what allows us to have cycles.
Okay.
It's a reproductive hormone. Other than that, you have estrogen, you have testosterone. I have estrogen, I have testosterone.
So let me ask you this before you, not to cut you off. So because I wanna, I like to ask questions and make sure. Okay. So is it our choice on how it levels?
No, that's chemical balance.
Okay.
So that's what makes us all different. We
Gotcha.
have a hypothalamus in our brain that lets off certain chemicals at a certain time. When I touch you, that's oxytocin. When you're adrenaline, when we got different levels of it that come out, and we might go through the same thing, and you might get a spark of adrenaline less than I do. I might have more adrenaline with the same interaction. It's our brain and how it's made up. And what makes us different, that's why when people like to say general things about women and general things about men, I'm like, we're human. We're different. We're all different. I might be standing next to a man who my level of testosterone is higher than his. He might not have no facial hair. I got like 4 or 5 strands. I might got 4 or 5 strands on my chest that nobody know about because I get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm female. I'm a woman. So of course society is going to make me feel uncomfortable with the natural parts of me. So I might be standing next to a man. You will have a conversation with this man to man, as if he got all his logics right. He ain't, cause he man. Y'all just got this pretense, just like women do. People do in general have this notion that I can talk to this man because it's a man. You ain't even thinking about whether his hormones are balanced. He's just a man to you, so you're gonna have that conversation with him that you probably wouldn't have with me, not knowing that my level of hormones might allow me to be more logical in this situation than him. But because you have society's outlook, that's a man, then you're gonna talk to him about it instead of talking to me about it.
Let me ask you a question, because in my opinion of what I see, I want to ask you, do you have that same opinion? Do you see in your eyes the same way and through your lens, right? When you said that man to man, we just thinking we speaking logic. So then when it comes to a woman, maybe we're thinking that she may not know much, you know what I'm saying, that as much as we may know because we're men, we're this, that, and the other. You just a damsel in distress. You just oh help me up. You know, can you get that off the top shelf, right? But I feel, and let me know if you feel the same way. In the black male community, that logic of thinking that comes from watching how the white man deals with their women. They keep, because a lot of things, I say it all the time, people just think that it's a man's world, but I'm a firm believer it is a white man's world, because how they talk about the white man kept us, black man and black women, out of books and reading. They also stopped their people, their women. So the woman has to follow what that man says. She has to be dumbfounded too. And I do think sometimes we see that as men and we expect our women to be that way and to follow that trend, but not realizing how that diminishes what God gave her as in discernment and logic also, because and wisdom, because a black woman has all that. But why should we want our women to do it? I think women are not most of the time always combative and nagging. It's just we see how that woman